Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Monsters, and as you can see on the screen, we are going to be playing some Fire Emblem. So, Three Houses is the first installment that I got into. I haven't played any other Fire Emblem game, but this game literally changed my life. So, I'm not new to the scene. As you can see, I have completed every single path, and I've completed it a lot of times, almost every file on here, and that's 26 files, 25 files is almost full. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them that aren't full. So I'm not anywhere near like new or anything. Additionally, I have played the side story. I've completed all of that. You can actually see in my movie gallery and as well as my other galleries, I have completed every single scene. So pretty much the only thing that I need to do to 100% this game is get all the music, because I am missing 2 sets of music. Oh, it's only actually 1. And you can only get these by playing in Japanese, which will come soon. So yeah. There's that one. Oh, I guess there is another one. So I'm only missing 2 sets of music, and you can only get that from playing in Japanese. Today we're going to be playing in English. Later, when we get like, I don't know how many episodes in, when we complete different paths and whatever, I'll probably set it to Japanese, just not only to unlock it, but I actually like playing most of my games in Japanese. If you saw my Smash Ultimate playthrough, I actually played it in Japanese. It wasn't a playthrough, sorry. It was kind of like a trailer of what I was going to show. So yeah, and you can find that video in the link. I'll probably put it in the caption card actually. But yeah, that video was super fun to make, and I hope to make more content like that. But for now, we're going to stick with Fire Emblem Three Houses. I absolutely love this game and adore this game. There's a time where like I literally wouldn't sleep, I wouldn't do anything but play Fire Emblem. This game changed my life for the better. So besides that, besides the music, all I've got to do to 100% this game is get every support conversation. And there's a lot of characters, as you can see. This brings back so many memories. But on a basic level, you guys don't have to worry about that. Since I'm the one taking the wheel, we're going to take this real slow and easy. Oh. I almost don't even want to play on New Game Plus. Oh, actually, I think I just loaded in my old save file. I'll be right back. I almost don't even want to start in New Game Plus because it's so easy, but I think it's like the easiest way to learn everything as well if you start out on New Game Plus. For the sake of today's episode, I will start out on New Game Plus. If it becomes an issue, like let's say I'm way too overpowered or whatever, which I probably will be, I'll probably tone it down and like go from where I left off and whatever. Yeah, and I also put it on normal, just so we can get normal and classic. Yes. Just so we can get a feel and an understanding of how the game is, so you guys understand it. Again, I have played this in all game modes. I've done everything, completed everything besides support conversations and the music. So the main thing that we're going to be focusing on in this playthrough is just the gameplay. Just the gameplay, talking about the game, talking about the music, talking about everything that encompasses Fire Emblem Three Houses. Again, I absolutely love this series, and I can't wait to show you everything that it has to encompass. Because they definitely put a lot of care and effort and design, not only in the cinematography, but in the game design. From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that was definitely a hint at what's to come. But yeah, they definitely put a lot of work, effort, time, care, development into this game, and it shows. This game is like none other. People compare it a lot to Persona 5 actually. While that is true, that is very, very true. It is very much like Persona 5. it has those time management aspects. Also, this scene is absolutely amazing. You know, the first time I saw this, and every time I see that, I feel like she's just gonna end up breaking her heel, but she never does it. It's very weird. This game's artistic style, it's very intricate and it's different. It's like anime, but it also feels like CGI. And then you get like the little like...
Tell me, Nemesis, do you recall the Red Canyon? You'll die.
Anyway, you get like the little vignette effects in the backgrounds where it looks like paper.
Everything that I loved.
So Nemesis is an important name in the series, especially in this game. And you'll find out Nemesis and who his true identity is, and all about Nemesis throughout our playthrough. Because again, I do plan...
He's gone now, Mother.
What a decrepit scene. Anyway, I do plan on showing you everything. I'm going to go through all 4 paths. I'm going to toy and play with every single character and just explore this game the best I can for you guys. Also, tell me if you recognize who this is.
Oh my. What could have brought you here?
Who knows? So if you guys didn't get it from that, this is actually Morgana.
Oh, I wonder how you got in here. It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose. Very rude indeed.
Yeah, the music goes hard in
I
this
wish to have a
game.
look at you.
There's so much in this game that's like, wow. So big thing. Do I want to go male or female? There are perks to picking either gender. One is, namely, it's the conversations. I think I will go male. Well, yeah, I'll go male. Namely, it's the conversations. Secondly, it's the classes, and then third is recruiting options.
I have not seen the likes of you before.
I am a demon.
Do not deceive. You would do well to keep your wit
Oh,
in
okay.
mind.
Sorry. I'm actually a ghost.
Do not deceive.
Oh,
You would do well
Okay.
to keep your wit.
I guess I'm a mere mortal.
I see. Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on.
Our name will be... What's a name I haven't used? I've used like every name under the sun. Let's go with... What's a good name we can use that we haven't used before? I guess we'll just use Mongchi. Mongchi of the Boy family makes a courageous return.
I shall not ever. You must possess a day of birth as well. Beneath which moon and on what day were you born to this world?
So the cool thing about this is you actually can choose your... You can actually choose your birthday. And what happens is people will give you gifts depending on what your birthday is. It's also important to look at these moons. It's less so important if you're like a casual gamer. But these moons, like a lot of things happen in certain moons. So for example, some moons like you can skip through, or some moons you automatically skip through for whatever reasons. It's not really that important unless like you're like a super fan and like, or you want something on a precise date or something. So for now, I'm just gonna choose Verdant Rain Moon Day 5. You know, it's just a random date I came up with,
wonders never
not my
cease.
actual birthday,
It seems we
but
share our day of birth.
it's whatever.
How strange. It all feels so familiar. I think it may be time for.
I definitely wish that
another
like
nap.
some of these games I've played through, I wish I haven't played through or hadn't played through
It is
before.
almost time to.
Morgana. Yeah, I wish I hadn't played through some of these games, but at the same time, I wouldn't be here if I, hadn't. It's just a kind of like a toss-up. Also, get ready for so much
time to wake up.
Phenomenal music. Well, it's mainly the same 5 tracks, but it's dreaming about a young girl.
You've described her to me before. I don't think I've ever met anyone like that. In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. The battlefield is no place for idle thoughts. Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself
Yeah, there's
killed.
gonna be so much amazing music.
Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom.
There's
I told you
this game
before,
is phenomenal.
It's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn.
Of course.
Oh, good grief. Everyone is already waiting for us
Just like
outside.
Persona, you also get
Geralt,
support points
sir,
in case
sorry
you
to
say
barge in,
something
but your
that's
presence
like
is needed.
What's
agreeable
happened?
or something that's likable, or
Please,
they like
forgive our
that.
intrusion. We wouldn't bother you with a situation
Oh?
not dire.
What do a bunch of kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
We've been separated from our companions and we're outnumbered. They're after our lives, not to mention our gold.
I'm impressed you're staying so calm considering the situation. Wait, that uniform.
Bandits spotted just outside the village. Damn, there are a lot of them.
I guess they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village now. Come on, let's move. Hope you're ready.
So I always knew what happened in like this first month. What do I want to choose? Yeah, I have so much. I've done so much. Dang, I almost wish like they extended this outwards so I could have more files. File 17, we'll have to remember that. But I remember like going through her the first time, my first time, and like I knew exactly what was gonna happen, but it was so different. It was so different coming in here like the first time, and like you're doing it yourself. You're not watching someone do it, or it's not like from the trailers, It's so different.
Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the village. Take down the enemies in front first. That should take the wind out of their sails.
So the basic gameplay to this is quite simple.
Stay focused.
You choose a character, and then you go forwards, and then you have some options that you can do. So for example, attack. I can attack. It also shows you your stats and everything.
Ready and willing.
There are different weapons. So for example, there are bows.
I didn't expect.
There are bows that you can use.
Don't hold this against me, okay?
Also, he gets hit a
It was a
3%
good
crit.
try.
Just like that.
I will.
And yeah, there's ultimately just a whole bunch of stuff you can do, and this is honestly just a sandbox of stuff that you can do. Like, once you get used to doing everything, like, it is so fun. This game becomes so much more. You just gotta kind of like learn everything. But yeah, this game honestly becomes anything that's, you can make it.
Thank you. Please.
There's a lot in this game to be unpacked. There's a lot in this game that makes it really good. There's just a lot in this game. This brings me back so much though. So since we are playing on normal, I should probably explain like the different difficulties and everything. It's mainly enemies, that's the main thing. But sometimes it is allies. So for example, in normal, everything is basically like rigid. So you got like 100% accuracy, you have 80% accuracy, sometimes you have 90. That's for us, right? If you look on your opponent's side, they actually have like 77% accuracy. So they have a 33% accuracy decrease. You won't see that with us, mainly no matter what it is, unless it's like something weird like a bow or something. We're using close combat or something.
Never underestimate
Bows always
NASA.
typically never have 100%, especially in harder difficulties. But I think in hard actually it's like 89% or above. But anyway, the main thing is that accuracies go down and then the power of attacks go up and down. That's the main thing. The main difficulty differences. There's also like differences in separate bosses. So for example, how much damage bosses give out. But honestly, it's not too hard. Nothing to really worry about. As you can see on the screen, whenever you're moving your allies, you can actually see when your enemies are attacking you or who are attacking you. So it's very easy to plan out and plot out stuff, and that's essentially a part of the game. I think I'm dead here.
Such power.
Dies episode 1.
Attack when an ally.
Being mindful.
Let's go, Dimitri. So I should probably make it clear and state that Blue Lions, if you are a Fire Emblem fan, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Blue Lions was my first run. That's the first house I chose, followed by, what is it? The Red Eagles.
Honestly, what
Or
are you
whatever it
accomplishing
is.
with that little
I
stunt?
forgot.
It's like you're trying to get me killed, you fool. Well, it's fine. After all, if you don't know the value
But
of
yeah,
your own life,
Blue
you're not going to
Lions
protect it
holds
very well, are
a
you?
very special
Course
place in my
not.
heart.
Well, then, I guess
and-
it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me
And
Sophus,
like,
but
the
I'm
characters in
also
Blue
known
Lions
as
I connect with a
Timothy.
lot. The Beginning. Maybe that should be my next name, The Beginning. But yeah, Blue Lions was my first
That
house,
is it. My name is Sothis.
and
And
I hold them very close to my heart.
I was not and just like that look upon your face. Phooey! That child's just saved your life. And what does that make you? Correct.
I'm less than a
you
child.
understand. You threw yourself
I've
before
actually
an axe to save
never-
just one young girl.
I've actually never,
Yet
what
all
is
is
it
well,
called?
as I have stalled the flow of time for now. You would have died had I not intervened.
So you're able to hold conversations with Sothis. There's special conversations that you can hold with every character, essentially.
I do not hear your gratitude.
And they're called support
Perhaps I should
conversations in
force
this
you to
game.
leave?
But you're gonna hold one with Sothis, and I've never actually done them.
There now. Is gratitude so much to ask?
Because
I think
romancing
you
is a
would
big
say
thing in
that.
this game. You can romance
Though it
with
is only momentary,
essentially
Time
anyone.
has stopped. However, did I manage that? When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh, and you will surely meet your end. How rude of
You know,
to
I
drag
am
me
so
into this.
glad that this
what
didn't
to
come to
do?
Smash. Like, not that I cared, but I didn't want to Bayonetta 2, you know?
Of course. I must turn back the hands of time. Yes, I do believe it can be done. I cannot wind back time too far, but all is well. You are aware of what's to come, which
You know,
means you
this
can
is
protect
actually pretty
yourself this
smart
time.
of Byleth.
Now go.
Because, like, normally
Yes,
when someone
you
says,
who
hey, I
bears
stopped
the
time,
flames within.
you don't normally
Drift through the
think
flow of
that,
time to
hey,
find the
they can
answers
also
that you
reverse
seek.
time. Because the ability to stop time and the ability to reverse time are two different powers.
Hey, over here!
That was a nice parry. If it's strong enough to launch a 200 pounds grown man, I think that was a nice parry.
Hey, did you just...
The Knights of Seros are here.
I never understand
We'll
what he
cut
means
you
by that
down
line.
for terrorizing our students. Hey,
Like, I'm
the thieves
assuming
are
he
running away.
knows,
Go after
like,
them.
we have something up with us. But, like, I never understand what he fully means by that line.
The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?
Captain Gerald? It is you! Goodness, it's been ages! Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man! Well, that's how I always thought of
So,
myself.
Alois, I have
It must have been 20 years ago that you went missing
a
without a
50-50
trace.
relationship
I always knew you were
with...
still alive.
You haven't
Everyone seems
changed
to
a
like
bit,
him.
Alois, just
But,
as ever.
I don't
drop that
know.
Captain nonsense.
He's kinda
I'm
like
not your
50-50
captain
for me.
anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Couldn't say it better myself, Gerald.
Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garrig Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
I'm a bandit.
Great sense of humor, this one. Clearly cut from the same cloth as the captain. I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you?
Sure, if
What's
you want,
troubling
I
you,
guess.
Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seros.
The Knights of Seros.
All I know about Alois
Seem rather
is that's a
skilled.
giant ass shoulder pad. Like, that seems more
It
weighted
seems
down
your
than
presence
any
is
of
required.
his armor.
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Gerald, the Bladebreaker, former captain of the Knights of Seros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything? How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers Academy at Garrig. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything because of them. Every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
This right here, my favorite line out of the whole entire game. Like, this line is, like, solid. It's something about opening games, like opening RPGs and their opening lines of characters. Like, Morgana had that line where he was like, sometimes women are bolder than men, you know? Edelgard has this line: "You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words." That is some, like, you gotta have some steel cojones to say that. Like, you don't just say that, you know? Like, that's crazy. And it's not even that you just don't say that, it's just that, like, the way she said it with so much, like, poise, like, it's like, she takes the cake, man.
You will prove a lacking ruler
Best
yourself
line.
if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
See, it's kind of like, when you're reading into this, I kind of understood what happened. There's a little banter. Claude enters, he's like, oh, this is what I was doing. Dimitri enters, he's like, okay, so that's what you're doing. Edelgard enters, hits it, nail on the coffin. It's like when you're acting and you're on stage and you actually nail the line, everyone starts laughing, right? And then the next person still has to say their line. Like, the scene isn't even finished. It's just your line was so funny. And then the next person's like, yeah. Yeah, and then goes off of what you just said. But it's not the same, you know? That's kind of what Dimitri just did. Like, essentially they did the same thing as Edelgard, but it happened a second time, so it's not as good. But it's still the same.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally,
And then
as the
Claude
embodiment
says
of
it,
distrust,
and it's
I'd
kind
say
of
the
like,
little exchange
eh.
smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
Okay, but then Edelgard comes back with this. Maybe I just like Edelgard too much. But, like, she doesn't accept anything from anyone.
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire. I might as well tell you now. I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire.
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well,
Gosh, I honestly don't know what route I want to go for you guys. I think the best thing would be to go with the route I've already gone. And this would be my 4th time playing this route. I have no idea. Well, here's the thing. We're not actually choosing routes, we're just choosing
Fargus is a noble and
whose
distinguished
person we
kingdom
want
that
to
has always
support.
valued chivalry.
Next time,
All right, that's
though, we
enough
will
with the
choose our
small talk.
routes.
It's time
And
to
by
head
then,
back to the
I would have already thought about
Looks like we'll
everything.
have to pick this up another time.
And yeah, we'll find out what happens then.
my, they are in such a hurry.
But everyone's super
Wow,
interesting.
each of the
Today,
three
we're
is
just gonna
most
get into the
unique.
monastery. And we're just going to find out about all of them. So the main thing about Claude is that he's full of deceit, he's full of tricks. Edelgard is straight up. She's a refined woman, but she's very evaluating. She evaluates and criticizes everything. She's very up to point. She's, I don't know, I mean, she sees everything, you know? Nothing flies past her. Dimitri Sincere, very trustworthy,
Yes, I thought the same.
has darkness lurking beneath.
I am so sleepy once again.
Oh my goodness, Sothis, you and I, we are literally the same, literally. I am super tired. At the time of recording this, it's like 6. So yeah, I am super tired. Super duper tired.
Part 1. White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 houses. The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start.
So these murals that they do are super interesting, and they're honestly pretty cool. I was thinking about getting it like a full wall of all of these.
Hopes to one day grow into a great tree.
I literally want to see a tapestry of all of these. Every month is different, and then there's also like different.
Said to be protected by a revered goddess.
There's different like stuff that happens depending on your path.
3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
Oh, this opening scene is so beautiful.
This will be your first time at the monastery.
So why does Alois?
I'd be happy
Why does
to show you
Alois look
around.
so sharp?
It really
in
is Fodlan in a
visuals?
nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough.
She has stone face. The one thing I do like about this game, and they kind of have to do it because there's 2 different character models, is that you can actually
There it
tell a
is.
difference
Garrick
between if
Monster.
it's male and female. Like, for example, I'll state this in Persona. Persona has your main protagonist, who is Joker, you know, and Joker, like, it's not like you can change him into a female, you know, but in this game you have Byleth, which can be both male and female. Now, there's a reason for that, but it's really cool that they went with that option. Also, yeah. You can also talk to this person and support with her. And I think you guys know what's gonna happen. Gosh, it has been so long. I think it's been over a year since I've played this game. But honestly, some of the stuff is like coming back to me as if it's my first
I
time.
wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
It also might be because the last time I played it for like months and I played it in Japanese. So it might be that like, because there's a difference between playing it in Japanese and playing in English. It's a different experience.
Forced to see her now.
And some people don't understand that because when they look at it and they're like, oh, well, you're just covering the voiceover. It's like, no, the way that they say things, the way
never spoken of
that
this to you
everything
before, but
progresses.
Many years ago,
It's
I was
different.
a knight here. I reported to the Archbishop, Lady Rhea. As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place. I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
Manchi Boy.
Fine name indeed. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy.
No problem, Rhea.
Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seiros, don't you? I won't say no, but...
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow.
But yeah, playing this game in a different language really changes everything.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights
like,
of Seiros.
it's so much more different.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this.
The most...
Looks like I'll be stuck here for...
The best comparison I can make it as is literally watching anime. So sometimes if you listen to it in Japanese, like they'll emphasize certain things, or like certain things will happen, and you know you can understand. Or like for example, like the translation is different, and it's stuff like that, you know.
Nothing like that. They want you to teach.
So yeah, apparently we're being forced to work.
You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh,
Will
it's
do.
you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, she is available.
Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company. Perhaps you've heard of me? The Mittelfranc Opera Company is beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then, it seems you'll be taking... I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain. The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say.
That is quite some luck,
little
though.
Treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Seteth. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Geralt's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Geralt character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Seteth, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the Church, especially if they are frequenting Garreg Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Seteth is an interesting character. I'm kind of like also iffy with him. It's kind of 50-50. I don't know. He is very interesting. I think my main thing is that there's certain routes where it's like he really shines. And obviously we'll get to that, but like a lot of it we just have to get to it. Because there's like different perspectives you have to look at, there's different things you have to look at, all of that. You'll find out the truths of all of these characters as you play the game, as we explore more routes. And as we explore more of the game, actually. The animation in this game is stunning, though. Like, you can't tell me it's not. Like, this is some top-notch animation. Honestly, I wish, because Persona 5 animation had, you know, it had its thing, and it derived from a video game. I kind of wish that there's a Fire Emblem Three Houses animation, or any type of Fire Emblem animation. And honestly, I might be wrong. There might be a Fire Emblem animation out there somewhere, but I just haven't seen it. And if it is a thing, I haven't seen it gone big. Like the Persona 5 animation, I saw that go big. However, I did not see any other video game animation that was big. Besides like Arcane. Arcane became really big. And then I don't know, I haven't really seen any other ones. Any video game adaptation things. Like I know there was a Castlevania, but I don't remember if there's anything else. Most of them come out on Netflix, to be honest. Okay, so I think this is where we'll leave it off. Again, next time we will be exploring the monastery, talking to all the house leaders, and figuring out everything we need to about this game. Additionally, we might get spruced up. We might have more clothes, newer clothes. And yeah, you guys will just have to see it next time. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It always helps out. And honestly, doing this, we're gonna have a blast. Literally, we're gonna have a blast. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay fresh, stay cool, do all that, enjoy yourself. Yeah. Bye.